Aimsio provides a comprehensive set of budgeting features that can scale to meet the demand of most heavy industrial projects. Accounts can track high-level cost projections or prepare detailed bids that break down a project's planned expenditures by every billing category in your operation. There are two primary values that drive the metrics used to measure a project's budget performance. A job's contract value represents the total planned billable revenue expected to be generated when the work is complete. This can also be understood as your client's agreed cost, or the maximum amount of time, materials, or services that can be charged to complete the work. The budget value represents the project's total planned expenditures, including all third-party purchases required to complete the job. When work is recorded, Aimsio can track the project's actual cost and use that to determine how much of the budget remains. Before any budgeting information can be entered, a job in Aimsio must exist to allow for a work breakdown structure to be created. Accounts will need to declare how they intend to input budget and contract values in the Work Breakdown Structure configuration by clicking on the gear icon under the WBS Schedule tab. The options for contract value entry define where a job's contract value is stored. If accounts prefer to enter the entire contract amount for the job in one place, they can select Contract Value is entered per job. Simply edit the first deliverable in the job's work breakdown structure and scroll down to the Financial section. Once the original contract amount is entered, click Save. Alternatively, accounts can split the value of the contract up per WBS activity and track billing performance for each deliverable. It's also possible to use this option to have Aimsio automatically calculate the contract value for you, which we'll cover shortly. When this option is selected, only child deliverables can store a contract value. Aimsio will automatically sum all child amounts at the parent level. Edit and store the contract amount under the Financial section of each child deliverable. Aimsio provides three options for how budget amounts can be entered. Under the Budget Entry section in the Work Breakdown Structure configuration. The first two options expect that the process for arriving at your budget amounts has taken place outside of Aimsio. Aimsio will provide a space for these amounts to be entered, but will not be involved in the initial calculations. When detailed line item budget is selected, lump sum amounts can be entered for each billing category under a WBS activity. Edit a child deliverable and scroll down to the detailed breakdown table. Locate the relevant billing category and double-click the line. Enter the budget and click Save. In addition to financial metrics, Aimsio can also track and compare the number of planned quantities with the actual billable and non-billable quantities recorded on tickets. If the work breakdown structure is set to budget per WBS activity, each deliverable will contain a financial section that allows users to enter the total budget as a fixed sum. Amounts will not be broken down by billing category, but planned quantities can still be entered under the detailed breakdown table. The Budgeting tab is specifically tailored to accounts intending to use Aimsio for preparing bids. Budget amounts can be entered from the far right tab while editing a deliverable. Clicking the Budgeting tab for the first time will prompt users to initiate the budgeting tables. The order that each billing table appears can be changed from the Work Breakdown Structure configuration. Accounts can enter a full breakdown of all resources required for the deliverable. This includes entering the planned quantities and their budgeted rates. Aimsio can also leverage this information to automatically calculate the job's contract value. When AutoCalculate is checked, Aimsio will use the information entered to generate the contract values in real time. Back in the work breakdown structure configuration, users can set how Aimsio will calculate the contract value. Contract values can either use a fixed markup percentage or the item's price book billing rate. Select a preference by double-clicking a line item and choosing one of the two options available. When using a markup percentage, enter the percentage in the contract markup column. In order for item rates to appear in the Budgeting tab, each billable item must include a budget rate in the job's price book. Navigate to the Master Data Price Book tab, select the job's price book, and use the Edit button to edit an item's budget rate. Accounts seeking client approval for an upcoming bid or looking to share a summary of job progress can create unique PDF packages using the information captured on a work breakdown structure. From the WBS Package page, click the New WBS Package button. Select a job with an active work breakdown structure. The WBS Package form can be given any client-facing name and will automatically pull header information in from the job. Under Report configuration, select how you'd like WBS information to be grouped. Up to 3 groupings can be created, providing each group with a separate table display on the PDF. Under each group table, select which WBS information to display. Numerical amounts can be totaled on the PDF. Click Pull WBS Activity to bring that information onto the form for review. If accounts would like to hide information on the PDF, click the Edit button beside an activity and uncheck Display on PDF. When ready, save and submit the form. WBS packages can be sent for approval via Aimsio's client portal. Learn more about managing project budgets by visiting support.aimsio.com.